Hello everyone and welcome to the post-event casting for the WhatCD Starcraft II Open. My name is NBadDog, also known as Brainwash. Here today I have a very special treat for you. A Protoss vs Zerg on MOG Shattered Temple. Spawning as the orange Protoss we have PeanutButter, and facing off against him today we have the purple Zerg player ExpoTeb13. This is game 1 of the best of 3 from the round of 24. Because of a request for this not to be live streamed, this match has never been seen before, discounting of course the two players who actually faced off here today. Remember, if you wish to watch live footage from the WhatCD Starcraft II Open, go check out the live stream when it is available, and if you miss an epic game and the contestants have made it available for me, you can find it on my YouTube channel. Links for all this as well as where to send those replays are in the description below. Now, as you can probably tell, I do have a new monitor. I can now stream in 1080p as well as 720p. All uploads to YouTube will most likely be done in 720p just to reduce bandwidth struggles that I have. I don't have necessarily the best internet in the world, being from Canada. It's not bad, but it's not like European. And I also do have a new mic, so we won't have to listen to my staticky voice crackling all over the place. Now getting right into the action, it looks like PeanutButter, also known as RTY, has scouted the correct direction, scouting Boris right away. This is the close air position, meaning that the overlords will have spotted the Protoss as well, and the drone will probably be moving into the Protoss base as soon as possible. We have 2 early gateways coming up from RTY, though those will be scouted very early on by the Zerg player. And we do have a fast hatch coming down, a hatchery on 14 supply from Boris. That's very early, especially with the frisky little probe of RTY sitting in the base. He is patrol queued right now though, so he would not be able to block that expansion from going down even if he wanted to. What do we got going on here? We have more pylons building. Of course, the opening parts of any game are incredibly boring. Do have an extractor going down, possibly looking for some early tech play from the Zerg player here today. And we do have a spawning pool going down. It is at about 30% complete. A later spawning pool, of course, delayed by the fact that there was an expansion going down so early on 14 supply there. Looking for RTY to respond to this. This is definitely something that he has to respond to, possibly with some early zealot pressure or getting a natural expansion as soon as possible. It does look like we do have 1 zealot moving out across the map being queued up. Let's take a look at what units are being produced right now. There we go, production tab, 4 zerglings coming up, as well as 1 zealot already in the base, another zealot moving out across the map, and a zealot in the natural. We do still of course have a zealot queued up, and these zealots are rallied all the way to the Zerg place. We will see if he manages to get rid of these zealots early with some early ling pressure. He of course is later on that speed. That speed won't be done for quite a while, and this is more than enough zealots to scare away all those lings. And it looks like Boris' hatchery is going to go down unless some very convincing pressure can be put to bear. And we do have 8 more zerglings being queued up. Where are those zerglings going to spawn from? 4 of those zerglings are going to spawn from the lower base, but they do manage to get up to the main. That will allow Boris to rally his forces over here. And we do have 2 assimilators going down, as well as a 3rd gateway coming down. 4th gate technology being researched by the Protoss player, and it looks like we do have a transition into Stalkers, though he is going to be taking off that pressure. They are no longer queued, and it looks like the expansion has gone down. That is a huge hit to the Zerg player, and it will allow RTY to maintain the contain on Boris. Certainly not a situation any Zerg wants to be in. You do not want to be 1 base down as a Zerg to any matchup, especially not a Protoss. Let me catch my breath here for a second. It does look like the zealots are moving back across the map though, as well as the probe. No proxy pylon being put down, so we're not expecting to see any warp in and troops. And it looks like it is Boris' turn to put on some pressure here. He needs to do some damage to the Protoss player PeanutButter RTY, or else he will be very far behind in this game. Taking a look at their income tabs, income is even, though the Zerg player is 15 harvesters down on a Protoss. Certainly not a situation he wants to be in, as well as the Protoss natural expansion is coming down with a sizable army here. Not enough to block a link run by, though those wings do not have speed yet. Has speed finished? Speed must have finished. Yes, it has speed. Those links will be a little bit faster now. And we do have Banelings coming down, an early Baneling nest, looking for a Baneling bust going on here. Not much to Baneling bust against though. We have no walling coming from RTY, only Zealots, Stalkers, and Sentries. We'll need some epic force fields from the Sentries to go down in order to block those Banelings off. We do have a Baneling coming in. explosive against the Zealots, not exactly optimal, and there we go, some excellent force field play there, limiting the Zerg's movement, and we do have a warp in of 2 more Stalkers. Oh, all the sentries! And the sentries get absolutely massacred, and we do have a surround on the Stalkers. The Stalkers have been surrounded, giving the Lings a free run into the base. Yep, and there goes the Lost Stalker, and here come the Lings right into the mineral line of RTY. RTY is definitely going to be hurting here, and he's going to have to retreat with those probes. Those probes are going to get absolutely cut to pieces by the Zerg player here. Looks like the Zerg player isn't going to be following this up with an expansion of his own, but he is going to be maintaining Zergling pressure. We have 14 more Lings streaming across the map, 2 more queued up in the main base, and there's the GG!